Hello all, myself Dr. M. Laxmidevi, Associate Professor in the Department of CSCDS at Institute of Aeronautical Engineering. In this video lecture, we'll discuss some more programs based on file handling concepts. So, we'll discuss the question bank programs which are there. In the previous video lecture in part A, we have discussed some programs. In this, we'll discuss some more programs. So, here is the first one. So, we need to write a C program to count the characters, words and lines in a file. Suppose we have a text file. So, in that text file, if we have some information or data is there in the form of data is there, then we need to count the number of characters, the words and the lines in a file. So, that is what the program is about. Now, let us see how we can write the program. So, first thing, in order to write a C program is first you need to include the header files. So, these are the two header files we have included here, stdio.h. This is the standard io.h header file. And the next one is stdlib.h. So, in this function, the exit function is in this header file, the exit function is defined. So, therefore, we need to include this header file. So, next, inside the main function, we need to write the logic. So, first, in order to read or write, in order to perform read or write operation on the file, so first we need to declare a file pointer. So this is the name of the file pointer, and then one character we have taken. So this is a path. So next, one more variable we have ch, it is of type char, and then there are three integer variables. So one is characters, the other one is words, and the other one is lines. So these three integer variables, characters, words and lines, so these are used to count the number of characters. So inside this we can store the count of characters, words and lines. So that is what, for that purpose we have declared these as integer variables. Next, after that, in order to perform read operation, so we need to first open the file. So this is in order to open the file, we have fopen function. And then inside this, it takes two parameters. The first one is the path or the name of the file. So here I have given the name of the file test1.txt and in what mode you are opening the file. So this is R specifies read mode, and this you are assigning it to a file pointer. Next one, we need to check whether the file pointer is containing some valid address or not. So if the file pointer has null value, then there is some error in the file cannot be opened for reading purpose, or the file is not, if there is some error in opening the file, if the file is not found, or if the file has some hidden permissions, then it cannot be opened, unable to open the file. And please check if the file exists or not to have read privileges. Then in that case, so after checking if the file pointer is equal to null, this is a message which is going to be printed. So these are the two main reasons. If the file is not opened properly. So it will exit with exit failure status. So if exit failure value is equal to some non-zero value, so this exit is a function which is defined in stdlib.h. Exit failure values, failure value is non-zero value. That is, if it is some non-zero value, then it states that the program terminates abruptly or the control is transferred to the operating system. Then if the file is opened properly and if the file pointer contains a valid address, then this is the logic we need to follow. So first we have assigned the character count, word count and line count as 0. Next we have used a while loop here. So inside the while loop, so we need to extract or we need to read each character from the file. So this is a function to read the character from the file. So it takes one argument, that is file pointer, and fgetc is a function which reads the character in the file, which reads characters in the file, and this value is assigned to the variable ch. So ch is of char type, and then after that it will go on reading until it is not equal to end EOF. So EOF states that end of the file. So that means it will extract each character, or it will read each character from the file, and that character is assigned to ch value. So this process will go on repeating this logic will go on repeating till it is not equal to EOF, that is end of the file. So as soon as it reaches the character, so character count is incremented by 1. Then after that, we need to check the line count and also the word count also. So this is the logic. If ch is equal to \n, this is nothing but a new line escape sequence. This is a \n is a new line character and this is a null character. So if the condition is ch is equal to \n or if it is equal to \0, so if these two conditions are satisfied, it means that the line count is incremented by 1. So we go for the next line when this is when we find a new line character. Next, after that, in order to check the number of words, so we have written if ch value matches with any of this escape sequences, then word count is incremented by 1. So if it is a space, then if it is encountering some \t character, that is tab, then if it is encountering some new line character or null character, then the word count is incremented by 1. Next, after this, we need to increment the words and lines for the last word. So for that purpose, we have written this condition. If the count of characters is greater than 0, then word count will be incremented by 1 and line count is incremented by 1. So word plus plus indicates that words is equal to words plus 1. So that means word count is incremented by 1 as well as the line count is incremented by 1. So next, after this, in the next line, so here this is the end of the while loop. This is the end of the while loop, and apart from this, we need to check this condition also. So in order to increment the words and lines for the last word, then after that we need to display the information, that is character count. So character count is stored in the variable characters and word count is stored in the variable words and line count is stored in the variable lines. Then after that we need to close the file. So in order to close the file, this is a function fclose and it takes file pointer as the argument. So that this line is important. So if you perform any read or write operations on the file, so after that we need to close the file so that the system resources are freed up or memory is freed. So next program is, so if you execute this program, so there is already some information stored in text1.txt file. So there we have hello, how are you? There is some information stored in the text1.txt file. There is some more information. So it has total 2 lines. So it gives the total characters count. So total characters are given by 78. Total words are 16 and total lines are 2 lines. So we have program to count the number of lines. So this is the text which is given. So it will count, it will give the result appropriately. Next one is, this is another C program to copy the contents of one file to another file. So that means if you have one file, so text1.txt file, and there is some information stored here. If you wanted to copy this file, to copy the content of this file to another file, suppose text2.txt. So this is then we can do this with the help of this program. So first one, we need to include the header files, stdio.h header file and stdlib.h header file. So in order to, so we need to declare 2 file pointers. So first one is the source, next one is the destination file. Suppose we want to copy the contents of file 1 to file 2. So this is the source file and this one is the destination file. So source file, for this we have declared a file pointer source and for this we have declared a file pointer destination, dest. So these two are the pointers. So what we are doing here is we are opening the file 1 in read mode and then we are extracting the information whatever is there. We perform the read operation on this file and then after that simultaneously we are writing the information, same information to file 2. Now let us see, in order to do this, first we need to open the file in appropriate modes. So since information is there in file 1, so we need to open the file in read mode. And next one, in order to write data to this file, we need to open the file in write mode. So this is the source file. Name of the source file is text1.txt and name of the destination file is textnew.txt file. So we need to check the condition. So before proceeding to the program, we need to check the condition whether the file pointer has some valid address or not. So this is the syntax. If source is equal to null or destination is equal to null, then it will print this message on the screen, unable to open the file. So then after that, with the help of this function, the program is terminated and then control is transferred to the operating system. Next one. So if the file is opened, then we need to perform read operation in the file 1. So that is in text1.txt. So we have a file text1.txt file and another file textnew.txt. So we have declared a variable ch character variable, and from that with the help of getC function, fgetC function, inside this getC function it takes one parameter, so that is a file pointer. So file pointer name is source here. So in the while loop we have included this condition. We will go on reading this condition while ch is not equal to EOF. So EOF is end of file character, end of file. It indicates the end of the file has reached or not. So as we can perform read operation, we are performing read with the help of fgetC function. Then fputC function will put or write the character to the destination file. So here destination file is textnew.txt. So it will write character by character. So whatever character is extracted from this function, that is stored in ch, and then it is that ch variable is returned to the text file textnew.txt. So it takes two parameters. One is the character and this one is the destination file pointer. And then after that, again we need to perform read operation. So this will go on repeatedly. Next, at the end of the file, if the end of the file has reached, then this while loop will be terminated and then this line will be printed on the screen. That is file copied successfully. Then after performing read and write operation, so we have performed read operation on source file and this one is the destination file. The two files are to be closed here so that the system resources are freed up. So this is how we can close the files. So if you execute this program and run the program, so two files text1.txt should exist, and this one is created in the write mode, this one is opened in the read mode. So this should have some information. If this file does not exist, then this program will give you an error here. So whatever the contents are there in text1.txt, same content is copied to textnew.txt. You can run this program and see the output. So next program is to list all the files and subdirectories in a directory. Suppose, so directory is nothing but folder, you can say. So if in a folder, so suppose a G folder is there. So in this folder, if you have one more folder, so new. So in that, if you have some files here, so suppose these are the C programs which we have, ab.c and so on. So these are the files which are there. So in order to list all these files and the subdirectories in this directory or in this directory, you can say. So we can get all the files or subdirectories which are there in a directory. Now let us see how we can write this program. So in order to list out the files, in order to list out the files in a directory and subdirectory, we need to use this header file, that is direct.h. Then the other one is, this is the standard header file, stdio.h header file. Then one more we need to include is sys and then types.h header file. Now let us see, this is a function prototype, user defined function. So since we have not written the definition here, we have defined the, we have written the function prototype here. Next, inside the main function here, so we need to define a character variable is an array of characters. So this is the name of the character array. Its size is 100. So this will enter this message will be printed on the screen. So enter the path to list the files. So it is asking the path to list the files. So that is read with the help of the scanner function. Then after this, we are calling this function list files, and then inside this we are specifying the path. We are sending the path as the parameter here. So here, this is a function definition. So with the help of this function, we can list out the files and subdirectories. So this function takes one argument. It is of pointer type, character pointer. Then inside this we have declared two variables. One is of struct direct type. So this is a pointer variable of type struct direct type, and one more pointer variable we have dir. This is also pointer variable of type dir. So dir is data type, whereas this is a structure direct struct. Direct is a structure data type, whereas dir is a data type which represents system directory. So this dir has functions associated with like open dir, then read dir, and then close dir. So open dir, it takes path as the argument, and then read dir. Let us see the program first. So with the help of this function, we can specify the path. So open dir is it takes one parameter, that is the path. So it can be relative path or it can be the absolute path. Then it will check this condition. So if this condition is checked, if it is satisfied, then if there is no error in this, if the directory is opened correctly, if the path exists, then these statements will be executed. Otherwise, it will exit with an error status. So after that we have written a while loop here. So while this is a file, this is a pointer here which is of type struct direct type. So read dir, this is assigned to read dir, and then dir is a data type which is representing directory stream. If this is not equal to null, then dp specifies dname. So dname is nothing but, so this will give, so this program, so after writing this printf statement, so this percentage s is specifying this variable or this value. So after that we need to close the file. So we need to close the directory. In order to close the directory, we have this function close dir. Inside this, it takes dir as the argument, which is a pointer variable of type dir. If you run this program and execute this program, so this is the first line which is printed. Enter the path to list the files. Suppose I have given this path. So in the G directory, we have a folder called as all programs. So in that many files are there. So these are the files which are displayed on the screen. So if you execute this program, this is the output of this program. So it will change depending upon the path which you are mentioning here. So this path can be absolute path or it can be the relative path. So with this, we have seen some of the programs based on file handling concepts. So in the next video lecture, we'll see some more programs on C programming. Until then, thank you.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.